headline on yesterday's Wall Street Journal prevented me from enjoying my dinner. I couldn't believe it as I sat down after the show. Computer spies breach fighter jet project. Data stolen on the F-35 Lightning fighter. And it turns out that China, of course, says that they didn't do it. But listen to this paragraph. Foreign allies are helping develop the aircraft, which opens up other avenues of attack for spies online. At least one breach appears to have occurred in Turkey, and another country that is a U.S. ally, according to people familiar with the matter. Another country that is a U.S. ally. So there we go. The intruders compromised the system responsible for diagnosing a plane's maintenance problems during flight. And, by the way, flight controls and sensors could have happened. Could also be controlled. So that means, let's say your son is an Air Force pilot flying this in combat or on a training mission, and he looks at his radar. A hacker could change the radar printout to make him think he's flying upside down or sidewise and have him crash into a mountain. That could happen during a war scenario as well. And this is a result of what? It is a result of outsourcing, which did not begin with Obama. This was done during the Bush administration. Bush was tripping over himself to make certain that our so-called allies received as much business from America as possible. Okay? 1-800-449-8255. Virginia Chet, you're on the Savage Nation. Go ahead, please.
Dr. Savage, exporting our aerospace industry is essentially it's an international type of welfare. We've cut agreements with these countries. We've promised to industrialize them, share technology, and we make these agreements, and we're basically sending our money over there, and we're trading it off for our own safety and our security.
Well, I'm putting aside money now. I feel as though I'm an oncologist, a societal oncologist. And when I first started looking at the patient, I thought the cancer was in the hand. And then as the years went on, I saw the cancer was in the arm. Later on, I saw the cancer had spread to the leg. It seems to me I've opened up the body cavity, and the cancer of corruption and degeneracy has spread to the entire body politic. How does this nation survive Clinton, then Bush, and now Obama? How do we survive 16 straight years of corruption? How is it possible? How do we survive 16 years of Clinton, Bush, let alone the socialist who's now in office? How is it possible? Well, we have the most corrupt Congress in the history of America right now running the country, the Democrats. Madison, Wisconsin. Dave, your opinion, please go ahead.
I got an engineering degree in Madison in the 80s. And what used to bother me is that the people that I'd see there that were extremely serious about it were the Iranians, the Chinese. These are guys who are picking up nuclear engineering, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, and the comp sci people. And those are the people that I would bet are heading home and are people that are hacking. And
oh, you mean the grad students that all the liberal professors love to have over for Thai food at night with their legs crossed?
Yep, the grad students.
Yeah, I know. I got my degree from Berkeley. I saw enough of those liberal professors. They couldn't get enough of the foreign students. And it wasn't so much that they were doing it because they loved the foreign students. They were doing it for two other reasons. The foreign students were more obedient to them. They were more, let us say, they would kiss the professors behind a little more than Americans, number one. And number two, they got to go on foreign junkets to recruit these students, these cheap professors. And here we now, it's all coming home to roost. But why are we outsourcing any defense components is what I want to know. How did we come to this low state in America that we would give so-called foreign allies any components to develop for our fighter jets? How is that possible? The plane is being led by Lockheed Martin Corporation. Did you hear this? So that means Lockheed Martin Corporation outsourced some of the components. We've been trying to find out who at Lockheed Martin permitted these countries to develop these subcontracts. We can't find it out. We don't have the resources to. The Wall Street Journal doesn't have that information. The only people who could get that information would be Congress itself. But you know, because of the lobbyists from Lockheed Martin and other corporations, you're never going to see an investigation of this. Instead, you're going to see an investigation of returning veterans to see if they're potential terrorists. 1-800-449-8255. I rest my case. Play those clips now, please. Let the people hear them.
It's a crime to ship those cylinders out of here. You must feel
It's only a crime if you get caught. So ship them out of here, Herb. I say the cylinders are okay. Get them out. I never thought they'd install those cylinders. Honest, I didn't, Chris. I thought they'd be stopped somewhere along the line.
Why didn't you tell them? You knew they were no good. You knew they wouldn't hold up.
But it was too late. The newspapers, it was all over the front pages. 21 planes crashed. It was too late. Now, what could I do? I ask you, what could I do, Chris?
What kind of a man are you anyway? Kids hanging in the air by those cylinders, and you knew it. Oh, I was so proud of you. You were helping us to win, and you were worried about your business. Don't you have a country? Don't you think about people? Don't you live in the world? Haven't you got a heart? Oh, what must I do to you? What must I do to you?
This message goes out to Nancy Pelosi. Haven't you got a country? Haven't you got a heart?
Savage.